Hey everybody, happy Friday. Happy end of your week. Welcome to a yoga practice with me today. Just a little ending to maybe a busy work week or a busy schedule. Time to give a present to yourself, and that's some time for yourself. Try to just take a moment at the end of your week, maybe today or during the weekend, and just give back to yourself. Maybe that's through a little movement, a little motion. Maybe it's through a little breath work, but maybe mentally becoming present and keeping everything else out of this safe space is what you need to rejuvenate yourself and to refresh yourself for next week. So just a little practice, little movement, reminder just not to do anything that doesn't feel good for your body. We're all different. Also, welcome you to challenge yourself and intensify poses if you feel strong and if you feel like being challenged. So not a cookie cutter practice, just a little direction and guidance, and we'll see where we end up and how we feel at the end, okay? So I invite you to start on your bellies today. Come down onto your yoga mat, lower yourself down. Take a second, get comfortable, right? Spread out your feet, maybe open your legs wide. And just take a second to recognize your breathing. Maybe that means shutting down your eyes. And I invite you to relax your hands down. Good. And once you're there, rest your third eye onto your hand. However it feels comfortable, maybe not on top of each other. Find a spot where you don't have to fidget that actually feels good for you. Maybe take some gentle massages back and forth with our head to the right and to the left to massage your forehead and your third eye. And then in the stillness, let's take 2 nice deep breaths in and out together. So let's take a big inhale through our nose, feeling our ribs expand out the sides, feeling our back raise, and feeling our push ourselves up off the mat. And then exhale it out through your mouth. On the exhale, feeling everything sink back down into the ground. No work here, just letting the ground hold and support you. Another big inhale in. And exhale it out nice and slow. Good, take a few of these on your own. Maybe here with your eyes shut down, picture the room that you're in. Something you saw on the wall or something that's one of your favorite things in the room. Try to picture that. And then picture your yoga mat. Try to outline it in your head. And then picture yourself laying on your yoga mat. Nice and still, not running around, not running any errands, not multitasking, just present, still, and breathing on your yoga mat. Feel the weight of your body on each exhale. And feel the strength of your muscles and everything expanding on each inhale. Let's take one deep breath together. Exhale through the mouth. Good, raise your head up. Maybe blink your eyes open. Let's wiggle out our fingers and our toes. maybe our wrists and our ankles, whatever your body is needing today. And let's take a nice full body stretch. So bring those hands to the front of the room. You can zip the hands together or the fingers to touch. Bring the legs in together, toes or feet to touch. And then glance at your hands. Let's take a nice full body stretch. So straighten everything out. Reach for the front of the room with your hands. Reach for the back of the room with your toes. Maybe even tighten your butt muscles. Take a big inhale. On exhale, release it down. Good. Let's find our Sphinx pose nice and early. So tuck those elbows in towards your rib cage. Gaze up. Really driving your pelvis into the mat here. Opening up your chest, rolling your shoulder blades, trying to pinch your shoulder blades together. Keeping with your breath work. And even though it's a little early in our practice, let's see if we can bring our hands to the top of the mat and just take an early little supported cobra here. So maybe peel that belly button up off the mat. Maybe drive those pelvic bones into the mat. Option to shut your eyes down here. Let's take a big breath in together. On the exhale, release all the negativity. Let it go. Sink back down. Inhale back up. Nice and tall, crown of the head high. On the exhale, release all that negativity and lower yourself down. Good. Left cheek is going to plant on the mat. Left arm is going to come straight out to the left wall. Right hand is going to come to the right side of the mat, using it to prop you up. We're going to roll over to our left. Gently roll over. And then when you do, that right leg is going to come behind you. Taking an early shoulder stretch here. If this is too much, option to bring the knee down, but to intensify the stretch, try to open up that right knee towards the sky. Three breaths here. Finish out your breath. And then return yourself back to center. Nice and gently. Right foot meets the left. Bring that left hand in. We're going to take our right hand and grab our right foot behind us. If that's too much, feel free to just prop it up towards your right sit bone. We're going to take an early quad stretch. So relax your head down where it feels good for you. And bring that right foot in towards your sit bones, towards your right butt. Feeling the stretch on the front of the quad on the right leg. And then without flinging it, release it down. Find those same positions with your hands. So hands come to the top of the mat. Inhale, peel yourself up, look up. On the exhale, exhale nice and slow. Release the negativity, release yourself down. One more time, inhale, peel the belly button off the mat, gaze up. On the exhale, release it down and let go of any negativity. Good, this time right cheek comes to the mat. Right arm is going to shoot right out to the right side of you, to the right wall. Left hand is going to come to the left side of your mat for support. Very gently, we're going to roll ourselves over to the right side, bringing that left foot behind you. Now each side might be different, so take your time. Again, if it's too much, release the right knee down to relax. Just enjoy that shoulder stretch. Or if you want to intensify it, that left knee goes up towards the sky. 3 breaths here. Finish out your breath. Gently roll yourself back to center. That right arm's going to come in. Plant the chin down. Take the left hand towards the back of the room. Grab that left foot if it feels good. And then bring that left foot towards your left sit bones. Stretching out the left quad. And without flinging it, release it down. Push yourself up with your hands planted under your shoulders. Bring your knees wide to the outer edges of the mat, big toes to touch. And set yourself down, finding your child's pose. Everybody's child's pose looks different because of how tight their hips are. So to take an active child's pose, you could come up onto your fingertips, drop your forehead down, push your sit bones onto your heels. Or to take a passive one, hands can come to the outer edges of your feet and just massage your third eye into the mat, back and forth, right and left. Let's take a nice breath together here. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale it out through your mouth. Another big inhale. Exhale it out. Good. Glance towards your hands first. Walk your hands in underneath your shoulders. Prop yourself up. Find your tabletop pose. So hands underneath your shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide. Knees about hip distance apart. Option to tuck your toes here or leave them flat, whatever feels good. Let's take a few cat-cows. So on an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. The gaze comes up. And once you're there, drop the chest towards the mat a little bit, opening the shoulders. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the belly, tuck the tailbone. Really open up those shoulder blades. And then inhale back, drop the belly, lift the gaze, then drop the chest. Take a few of these. At your own pace. We don't need to look like each other, we breathe differently. Welcome to take any subtle movements, maybe some swaying back and forth, maybe some hip sways right and left. Listen to your body. Listen to what it's telling you it needs. And then let's return to a neutral tabletop. We're going to send that right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Take some rocks back and forth the length of your mat. Good, let's walk our left hand all the way up to the top of the mat. Once you're there, option to raise and elevate the left arm and the right leg. Inhale nice and long. Exhale, crunch it in, elbow to knee. Inhale back out. Exhale it in. In, back out. Exhale it in. Inhale it back out, last one. And then left hand comes to meet the right. If you can kickstand your left leg, kickstand it out. If you need to drop that right foot to kickstand, that's absolutely fine. Kickstand the left leg. If you can keep that right leg elevated, it's going to remain back and in the air. And then let's take our modified side plank to the right. So open up the shoulder, right hand to the sky, maybe gaze up. Nice and strong on that left. Keep breathing. And then release the right toes down. Get light on the left fingertips. Raise your upper body up above your left knee. Right foot remains down. Inhale, arms out to a T. On the exhale, find your gate pose. Right hand comes down the right leg, left arm up and over. Gaze comes underneath the left armpit. And then cartwheel your arms to the top of the mat. Reset yourself to a neutral tabletop and find a few cat-cows. Once you finish your last cat-cow, return to a neutral tabletop. Let's inhale that left leg all the way to the back of the mat. Find those same rocks from the front to the back of the mat. Listening to things crack, maybe your wrists are cracking. Getting all the kinks out, right? Getting mobile. Giving a little lotion to your joints, a little movement to your body. And keeping the left leg there, let's walk the right hand to the top of the mat. Once you feel solid, push the ground away. Let's elevate that left leg. Raise the right arm. Take a big inhale, nice and strong. Lengthen it out. Exhale, crunch it in, elbow to knee. And then elongate it out. Crunch it in. Inhale out. Crunch it in. Inhale that out. Last one. Crunch it in. Take that long line from your fingers to your toes. Option 2. Drop that left foot if you want to. Right hand's going to plant on the mat. If you can, keep it elevated. Kickstand the right leg. Find your modified side plank on this side. So chest towards the left. That left leg remains elevated. Left arm up towards the sky. And really peel open that left shoulder. Maybe gaze up. Taking about 3 breaths here. Last breath. Release the left foot down. Raise yourself up over your right knee. Let's inhale the arms out to a T. On the exhale, gate pose to the left. So left hand comes down the left leg, right arm up and overhead. Maybe glance under that right armpit. And then cartwheel the arms to the front of the room. Come back to your tabletop. If you feel the option to take a cat-cow, you can. Or maybe you feel the option to take your child's pose, so find that. Just for a second. And let's raise ourselves back up to our tabletop pose. Left hand's gonna plant, right arm comes all the way up to the sky. Big inhale, open the chest. On the exhale, thread the needle, drop that right hand under the left armpit. Hover the chest towards the mat. And then inhale back up. We're gonna do about 5 of these. So big inhale, exhale, thread the needle and hover. Big inhale up, thread the needle and hover. Big inhale up, thread the needle and hover. Last one, make it count, really open the chest up. And then this time, thread the needle, don't hover. So Shoot that right hand all the way to the left side. Drop the right shoulder down. You can walk your left hand up for support. Take that twist here into the shoulder. That right top of the right hand is just resting on the ground. You can use that left hand to torque yourself into a twist a little bit. Option to also raise or elevate. Right? Test yourself if you want to, raising that left leg off the mat. Good place to try, because if you fall, you're close to the ground, so you just roll pretty much. But if your leg is elevated, release it back down first. Walk your hand in towards your head, and then inhale, raise yourself up. Right arm all the way up to the sky. And then release it down to meet the left. Good, let's go right to the other side. Right hand plants, this time left arm up to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, drop, hover the chest, thread the needle. Inhale, back up. 5 of these on this side. At your own pace. Feeling things start to open, crack a little bit. Last one, inhale, make it count, open the chest. On the exhale, this time thread the needle, drop the left shoulder towards the mat. Left hand extended to the right side. Maybe walk your right hand up a little bit, taking a little twist here by rolling into the back of your head. Good if it felt good on the other side. Option 2, try that balance. So right leg would raise to the sky. Keep breathing. If you're elevated, drop the foot down first. Walk the right hand towards your head. Inhale, unthread the needle. Left arm comes all the way up to the sky. And then left hand's going to meet the right. Let's tuck the toes on our tabletop this time. Sending the shoulders past the wrists. Dropping the chest and the chin to our 8-point stance. Let it hover. Hips really high. And then slither forward. Taking an unsupported cobra here. And then releasing it down. Inhale, back up. And down. One last one. Inhale up. Hold it this time. Maybe lifting the feet at the same time. And then release it down. Hands plant under your shoulders. Raise yourself back up into your tabletop. This time sending your hips back a little bit more. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees. About 1 inch off the mat. Let's rock back and forth a little. You got this. Got to wake up the core a little bit. Keep those knees low. Push the ground away. And when you're ready, send those hips back and up, finding our first down dog. Pedaling out the feet. Bringing a bend into one leg and then the other. Really stretching out the backs of our legs here. Chest towards your thighs. Shoulders square to the mat, hips square to the mat. Come up onto your tippy toes. Find your hands or the top of your mat first. Hop, step, or walk your way up. Once you're there, take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. First fold of the day, so you might be feeling it back here in your legs. Go gently. Keep the hands free. Keep the head dangling. And gently roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Slight bend in those knees. And the last thing to lift, really open up the shoulders here. Feel the stretch in your back. Raise yourself up. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Hips forward. Exhale, hands to heart space. Tadasana Mountain Pose. Good, taking a second, lifting all 10 toes. Breath in. Release the toes down on the exhale. Let's circle the arms all up to the sky, gaze up. On an exhale, arms out to your sides. Slowly fold in your swan dive. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Fingertips plant, big bend in the knees, send that right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Release the toes down, release the knee down, untuck the toes. Maybe walk your left foot up a little bit. Circle the arms up, finding your crescent lunge here. So that left knee shouldn't go past your left toes. Feel free to adjust your stance. We're really opening up our right hip flexor. Good. If you need to move your right leg back a little bit, you can, so you're not putting too much pressure on your knee. And then option to bring your arms up overhead, rolling your shoulders away from your ears by turning in your pinkies. Good. Let's frame out that left foot. Tuck the right toe, bump up the right knee, and then let's hop that right foot up to meet the left. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Create some space, exhale, fold. Root to rise, circle the arms all the way up to the sky, hips forward. And then exhale, hands to heart space, Tadasana Mountain Pose. Big inhale, toes in the air. Exhale, release all 10 toes down. Circle the arms all the way up to the sky. Inhale. On the exhale, swan dive slowly down, flat back. Take an inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Fingertips plant, big bend in the knees. This time that left foot's going to go back to the back of the mat. Release the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. Maybe walk your right foot up a little bit more. Good. Making these minor adjustments. Circle the arms up all the way to the sky. Releasing the shoulders away from the ears. Turning the pinkies in. Opening that left hip flexor here. Sinking down into that right hip. And then let's frame out the right foot. Tuck the left toes, raise that left knee up. Left foot's gonna hop up to meet the right. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Option to stay here for a second. Maybe drop the chest onto the thighs. Keep a bend in the knees. Or a micro bend, and just let your head, upper body drop down a little bit. Good. Big bend in the knees. Fingertips to plant. Plant the hands down. Send the right foot back, left foot back. Let's find our plank pose. Nice and strong. Pushing the ground away. Roll the shoulders past the wrist first. Take a chaturanga, so halfway down, and then find any back bend or cobra of your choice. And then flip it up, meeting me and now downward facing dog. Let's take a slight twist here. So let's bend the left knee, look under the right armpit. Really feel it all through your right Achilles, the back of your right leg. Straighten it out. Big bend in the right knee, twist under the left armpit. And straighten it out. Good, let's raise that right leg all the way to the sky, nice and tall. Square, shoulders square to the mat. Let's come up on our left tippy toes if that feels okay. And then release the left heel down, raise that right leg even higher. Good. Let's tiger curl that in. So knee into chest, roll up towards your hands. When you can, plant that right foot in between your hands. Nice. Ground down first. Take your time. That left heel is going to stay up off the mat. Let's see if we can crunch this in, right? How about a little power yoga today? So take an inhale, look at your big toe. On the exhale, crunch that left knee up behind your right. And then send it back. Crunch it in. Send it back. Last one, crunch it in. Send it back. Good. How about we hop it this time since we did that motion, prepping for our warrior three. So hands can stay planted or come to blocks or peace fingers. Big bend in that left knee, hop it up. Find your warrior three. Hips square to the mat, upper body raised, left leg elevated. Option to take it supported or unsupported. Everybody has a good day and a bad day, right? No judgment. Keep breathing. And if you're up, release your hands down. Drop that left butt behind the right, cross leg. Take an inhale, halfway lift, create some space. Exhale, fold down, cross-legged. Totally okay to keep a bend in the knees here. Maybe walk your hands to the right. Little extra stretch. Walk your hands to the left. Little extra stretch. And then walk your hands back to center. Release that left foot to meet the right. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's plant the hands. Find your flow. Left foot goes back, right foot goes back. Find your vinyasa, so chaturanga. Any back bend that feels good, any cobra. And we'll meet in our down dog. Good. Feeling a little bit looser each time. So chest towards the thighs, armpits towards the thighs. Try not to gaze down at your mat because it limits you. So try to gaze in between your legs or at your belly button. Taking a still dog here or a moving dog. No wrong answers. No wrong ways. Let's take a big breath together. Exhale it out. Good. Inhale, left leg all the way to the sky this time. Good. Let's see if we can come up on our right tiptoes. And then release the right heel down. Really feeling that stretch in the right Achilles. Let's hug that left knee into the chest. Tiger curl. Roll up. And once you can, plant that left foot in between your hands. Good. Get nice and strong. That right heel's raised off the mat. Take a second here. There's no AC in here, and I'm starting to sweat. Nice and strong. Big inhale. On the exhale, let's crunch that right knee in behind our left. And release it out. Crunch it in. Release it out. Crunch it in. And release it out. Bringing a big bend into that right. Hopping up into our warrior three. Modified or however you want to do it. Might be different on each side. Maybe start supported. That right leg is going to raise up. Okay to keep a slight bend in that anchor leg, in the standing leg. Hips towards the mat, toes towards the mat. When you're ready, release your hands down. Bring that right foot behind the left. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, cross-legged. Same thing here, option 2, walk your hands to the right. Little extra stretch. Walk your hands to the left. Little extra stretch. And then use your fingertips for support. Uncross the legs. Right foot's going to meet the left. Good. Let's take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One last flow here. So hands plant. Send the feet back or hop back. Roll the shoulders past the wrists. Tuck the elbows, lower halfway down. Find your cobra. And then option 2, meet. Flip it to your dog. Or take a drink of water, towel off, find child's pose. I'm going to keep mine active so we keep our heart rate up and our body warm. I'm going to walk my hands to the right. Once they're there, left hand comes over the right. Taking a little extra side stretch here. Walking the hands through center, over to the left. Once you're there, right hand on top of left. Stretching out the right side of my body this time. And then walk your hands back to center. If you were in down dog, feel free to come to your child's pose or come to hero's pose. So bring the knees together, relax the sit bones onto your heels. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's take a breath together. On the inhale, let's take a little side stretch. So walk those right fingers out towards the right side of you. Left arm up and over. Really grounding down, pushing your fingertips into the earth and then pushing your left sit bone back down. So really elongating that left side of your body. Gaze can come under your left armpit. And then raise yourself back up. Take an inhale. On the exhale, walk those left fingertips out to the side. Right arm comes up and over. Really using those fingertips to push your right sit bone onto your heel. Gaze can come under your right armpit. And then release yourself back to center. Let's inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. Look up. Maybe drop the head back. On the exhale, head returns, cactus the arms. Open up the shoulder blades. Pinch those elbows in towards your ribs. Good. Release the hands behind you. Clasp them. Take an inhale. Open the chest up. Heart opener. If your hands are clasped, release them. Get up onto your knees. Walk your hands into your tabletop. First, maybe spread your knees open a little bit. And let's settle into our puppy pose here. So let's walk our hands in front to the top of the mat. And then gently lower. Maybe to hover. Maybe put a block under your chest. Hips are going to be up high. And come out of it. So let's settle in slowly. Lower. And then come out of it. Lower. Maybe this time relaxing your chest and your chin on the mat. Really feeling the stretch in your upper back. Finding your breath, starting to slow it down a little. And then raise yourself back up. Walk your hands in first. We're going to bring that left foot right in between our hands. Find yourself in your knees at a 90-90 bend. So no lunging, just right up on top of your right knee. Inhale the arms up, grab opposite shoulders. On the exhale, tip to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, tip to the right. Exhale up. You take a big inhale, release the arms. Frame out the left foot. Tuck the right toes, raise the right knee, and then spin it so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Grounding down into your feet first. Cartwheel open the arms to your warrior two. So check your position, change your alignment. Hips are going to be towards the right side of your mat. Maybe inhale the shoulders to the ears, and then settle them down. Good, let's take an inhale, raise up, straighten up. Nice and strong. Exhale, settle down into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten everything up. Really fill that chest. Exhale, settle down. Inhale, last one, straighten. Exhale, settle it down. Maybe bending even more into that left knee. Good. And then cartwheel out the hands to the inside of your left foot. Plant the hands down. Heel toe your foot to the left side of your mat. Release the right knee down. Untuck the right toes. Taking a few moments here on our lizard pose. So your left shoulder's on the inside of that left knee. Taking this hip opener. Subtle movements, maybe some rocks. Try something. If you don't like it, get out of it. Option 2, roll open that left foot. So you come onto the outer edge of your left foot. Opening up that knee and hip a little bit. Option to really drop that hip down towards the mat. Or if you want to take another quad stretch like we did before, raise yourself up a little bit, bring a bend into that right knee. Try to find your right foot with your right hand, and then very gently take that stretch in the right quad. It's okay to try things. The most important thing is to stay present. Reconnect with your breathing. Last breath here. Let's tuck the right toes, raise the right knee up first. Big bend, shift that right foot up into your wide-legged stance. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Wide legs this time, flat back, find a fold. Good, fingertips plant. Let's find our malasana. So toes out, heels in, sink those hips down. Great place for a block underneath your sit bones. Crown of the head tall, chest nice and tall. Using your elbows to open up your legs a little bit. Good, let's see if we can test our strength. So arms raise up, push yourself up, you got it. Good, feet parallel to the mat, to each other. Take a forward fold. Let's take a vinyasa here. So maybe walk those hands in, plant the hands. Right foot goes back, left foot goes back. Take your flow. Meeting in our downward dog for a second. Let's take a nice breath together. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale it out like a lion. How about one more? Big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Maybe this time make a sound. Good, release the knees down together. Find your hero's pose. Right back to where we started, right? Let's inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, cactus the arms. Release them behind your back. Take a heart opener. Option to drop the head if that feels good. If your gaze is up, bring it back to center. Release the hands. Plant the fingertips. We're going to bring that right foot right in between our hands. Finding that nice bend in our knees, 90 degrees, no lunging. Let's inhale the arms up. Grab opposite elbows. Big inhale. Let's lean to the right. Inhale up. Lean to the left. Inhale up. Release the elbows. Frame out the right foot. Left toes tuck. Left knee raises. Take a second here. Let's spin that left foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Grounding down into the earth. Raise yourself up nice and strong. Cartwheeling open the arms to find your warrior two. So hips towards the left side of your room. Arms out to your sides. Let's inhale those shoulders to our ears. And then settle down. Good. Taking any adjustments that feel good. Let's inhale, straighten everything up. Exhale, release it down. Inhale it up. Exhale, release it down. Last one. Inhale it up. Exhale, release it down. Maybe this time bringing even a greater bend into that right knee. Nice and strong. Gaze comes over the right middle finger. And let's cartwheel the hands to the top of the mat, to the inside of the right foot. Once you're there, heel toe your foot to the right edge of your mat. Release your left knee down, untuck the left toes. Taking your movements here in lizard on the right side. Might be different from the other side. Option to roll open that right hip if it feels good. I'm a sweaty mess right now. That's what we get for doing yoga on 100 degrees. But it's good. Option to take that quad stretch if it felt good on the other side. So support yourself with your right fingertips or a block. Bring that left hand towards your left foot and then bring it towards your left sit bone, stretching out that left quad. Good, if you've got it, without flinging it, release it down. Take a few more breaths here. Any slight movements in lizard that feel good. Staying present. If that means shutting down your eyes and outlining your yoga mat again, do that. Reconnecting with your breath. Last one. Good. Find your hands first. Let's tuck the left toes. Raise that left knee up. Big bend in the left knee. Hop it up to meet the right. Take an inhale, halfway lift, wide-legged fold. And then release it down. Sway right to left here. Releasing any tension that you have in your lower back. Plant the fingertips. Walk your feet in one step. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Sway right and sway left. fingertips down, walk your feet in one more time. Sway right and sway left. Maybe this time trying to make half a circle, taking a little twist. Good, fingertips plant, come onto your tiptoes, bend in the knees, release your sit bones to your heels. Nice and straight back, chest up, crown of the head up. And then however you want to get there, slowly and controlled. I'm going to open the knees up so I can really feel it in my hips. Take my hands to my forearms. And then find my sit bones. So however you want to get there, find your sit bones. Sitting up into our staff pose. So walk the good part of your butt out. Sit up nice and tall. Bring a slight bend in those knees. Inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. And the exhale, just let yourself fall forward. Not pushing it. Maybe tucking the chin. Really stretching out that lower back. Let's take an inhale, halfway lift. And then take the fold again. Glance up at your toes, release the hands or bring them out in front of you. Inhale nice and tall. On the exhale, release yourself down, feeling your legs drag. Engaging your core, lowering yourself down, nice and slowly. And once you're there, let's bring the feet to the center of the mat. Open up the stance or open up the feet so they're nice and wide. Arms can come to a cactus or a T. Let's take an inhale. On the exhale, let those knees fall towards the left. Maybe glance over the right shoulder. Inhale back up. And let them fall towards the right. Maybe glance over the left shoulder. Let's inhale them back up. This time we're going to hug our right knee in towards our chest. Really bring it in there. Good. Inhale, right foot all the way to the sky. Flex the right foot, cross it over the left knee. Push open the right knee towards the front of the room. Option to intensify the stretch. Recline pigeon, you could raise that left foot so it's parallel, left leg so it's parallel to the mat. Keeping that right knee open towards the front of the room. Or option to bring your hands underneath your thigh for support if that feels better. Another option is to straighten that left leg up to the sky. So wherever you are, no wrong, right? Whatever feels good. If something doesn't feel good, come back. And then if you're up and elevated, release the left foot down first. And then let that right foot fall towards the left. Right knee stays open towards the sky. Maybe shut down your eyes or glance over your right shoulder. And then raise the knees back up. Let's inhale that right foot all the way up to the sky one last time. Lengthen it out. And then right foot's going to come to meet the left. Good. Let's hug that left knee in this time to the chest. Inhale it all the way up to the sky. Flex the foot. And then cross that left foot over the right knee. Arms fall to just a cactus or a T, whatever feels good. Pushing open that left knee towards the front of the room. Picking your reclined pigeon here. Option to stay here. Enjoy the stretch. Option to challenge yourself by raising that right leg up so it's parallel to the mat. Another option is to bring those hands underneath the right thigh for support. Maybe even elevate the head and the shoulders. Or option to straighten that right leg up to the sky. If your leg is elevated, release the right foot down first. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop that left foot to the right, opening up that left knee, maybe shutting down your eyes or glancing over your right shoulder. Raise the knees up to the sky first. Let's inhale that left leg all the way up to the sky, stretch out. And then left foot's gonna meet the right. Let's take a hug in. Give yourself a nice big hug. Maybe rolling yourself up into a ball, really stretching open those shoulder blades. Or just wrap your hands around your thighs and take some subtle rock side to side. We're going to meet in our waterfall pose. So finish hugging yourself. And once you're ready, release the head and shoulders down. Arms can come to a cactus, arms can come overhead, or arms can come down by your sides. And then shoot those legs up to the sky. Maybe taking some point and flex with your feet for a second. Just stretching out those legs. Maybe shutting down your eyes. Taking some subtle movements. But bring a slight bend into the knees. Just let them drop into your chest. Arms at a cactus or a T. Take some rocks onto each side of your hip. Maybe finding areas that you are holding tension or that you need a little massage, making some circles. If you find one, then roll like an inch or two and focus on that. Give yourself a nice massage. It's always my right hip for me. Taking your time here, giving back to yourself. Good, let's allow the feet to come down to the mat. Walk your heels in towards your sit bones. Send the arms overhead. We're going to take 2 bridge poses before we meet in our Shavasana. So eyes can be shut down or you can glance up to the sky. Feet are parallel to each other, so are the knees. On an inhale, let's push down into the ground, into our feet. Raise the hips up. Really feel the shoulder blades connect with the earth. And then release yourself down. Once you're down, windshield wiper the knees side to side. Releasing any tension that you might have in your lower back. One last bridge pose. Walk the feet in toward your sit bones, nice and strong into your feet. Press through the quads. Inhale, hips all the way up to the sky. Really drive the base of your neck, this time into the ground. Maybe coming onto your tiptoes if that feels good. Hips a little higher. And then release yourself down, one vertebrae at a time. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. One last gentle hug. Hug the knees in. Subtle rocks. As big of a hug as you want. And then taking your time to meet me there, releasing everything down to the mat, feet to the top of the mat. Once they arrive, let them fall apart. Hands down by the sides of you. Once they're there, lift your shoulders and head up, and then let everything just drop. Let's take 2 breaths together. Exhale it out through your mouth. Inhale one more time. Exhale it out. Not leaving yet, staying present. Not running out to do anything. Taking the next few minutes for yourself as a refresher and as a reward for what you just gave yourself today. Release your jaw, unclench it. Try not to hold any muscles, let everything fall. Right where we started, where the ground was supporting you and you were doing no work at all. I invite you to stay in Shavasana for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as you want. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to start to wiggle out my fingers and my toes, or wiggle out my wrists and my ankles. Maybe drop my head side to side. Zip the arms all the way overhead, zip the legs together. Let's take one full body stretch again. Tighten everything up. On the exhale, release everything out. Noticing if you feel different this time. Walking the hands and the knees and feet in towards your sit bones. Rolling over into your right side. Finding your fetal pose, using your right arm as a pillow. Taking a second here. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, really feel the ribs connect with the earth. Really feel grounded, at peace. Really feeling like you slowed everything down for yourself. You really gave yourself a gift. And then very gently, at your own pace, raising yourself up without disturbing any of that peace that you created. Coming to a nice, comfortable cross-legged position. Let's inhale the shoulders all the way to the ears. Exhale, roll them down. Crown of the head nice and tall. Let's inhale, hands to heart space. Taking a second here to feel your heartbeat against your thumbs. Being thankful, being grateful. Let's take an inhale. On the exhale, let's round at the neck, drop the chin towards the chest. Thank you for sharing my gift to myself with me today. Thank you for sharing your light with me. Please take your light and share it with the world today, tomorrow, and the next day. Until next week, namaste. Thanks, guys. Enjoyed your presence today. Enjoy the flow. Have a wonderful weekend. And I hope that was a great gift that you needed this week. Bye.